Hey Virgo, how are you? This is Ashley. Let's do your reading for the week of September 6th. Or September. What am I talking about? December. Holy cow, let's not go back to September, shall we? We're going to look at past, present, and future. And we're going to take a look at specifically what happened the week of the eclipse last week. So I'm using the Moonology deck on purpose because I wanted to see, how that eclipse is treating you. So depending on when you're watching this, if you watch it as soon as this releases, this eclipse hasn't happened yet. So it could be like future, further into the future. So this will be like last week, the week of the 6th, and then the week following. It's kind of how I have the intention set. So hopefully that made sense. Since I don't know what I'm talking about today. I tell you, Neptune, as I'm filming this, Neptune stationed direct this morning. And it is actually sitting right on top of my natal sun. So I'm a Pisces, and Neptune is sitting right on top of my sun and stationed direct. And I am so tired. It is crazy. So hopefully we can get through your reading without me falling asleep. But I will say that my intuition has been heightened, so that's a positive, right? Let's see if we can tap into some of that magic. Looking at the Virgos out there. Now, please remember to like and subscribe. And if this is not your reading, go ahead and check out your other placements. Hit that notification bell. You'll be notified when they are uploaded. So what's going on? Let's check it out. We have the 10 of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. The 3 of Wands, the 3 of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. The Sun could be dealing with a Leo. The 4 of Wands, okay. And the 5 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the King of Swords. So some air coming in here. You do have New Moon in Aquarius, and this is, for me, the card of Aquarius. That's not the case for every tarot reader, so just go with it. But for me, this is a signifier of Aquarius. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius. You might want to have a look in your chart and see where that Aquarius Leo pole sits, because I feel like whatever this eclipse brought in, some new beginning, could be taking place or impacting that specific pole in your chart, those houses, right? Let's see. I do feel like you've been waiting on some really transformational new beginning here. Could be in work, could be in love. Now Aquarius, this card in particular, you can see the water bearer there pouring out the water. And it says bring love into the situation. But also, Aquarius is all about bringing your unique gifts to the collective. And that is your way of sharing love in this particular instance. So it could be love or career related here, but I do feel like you've been really waiting for your ultimate happiness here. And I do feel like there's definitely some sort of tie to your divine purpose here, as in the following week, so the week of the 6th, we have sacred purpose. It says eternal flame and ancestral legacy. So very Vestal, Virgin, Virgo showing up there for me in the reading. And actually, while we're at it, we have this Druid card. It says hold space. I mean, if that doesn't look like the Hermit in the Tarot, I don't know what does. So I do feel like definitely getting some heavy Virgo, Aquarius, Leo energy here. Okay, let's see what's going on. The week of the eclipse. I'm wondering, as we clarify, if there's going to be some sort of shift here for you. You can see that this 3 of Wands, he's been waiting for his ships to come in, and perhaps they are beginning to arrive here. Let's take a look what we're getting. And the cards are going crazy here. Okay. With the 10 of Pentacles, we have the 8 of Cups. And the Empress. I'm just going to say that before I even go any further, when I saw this Eternal Flame card show up and then the 4 of Wands, could be dealing with a twin flame situation here. So we shall see. 3 of Wands. We have the King of Pentacles. And the 3 of Wands. So definitely been looking into the horizon, awaiting some serious abundance here. It's like you could have even walked away from something pretty decent, I want to say. Something that was like, I mean, you could have been making money, you could have been, you know, had a solid foundation, and you still decided to remove yourself from that situation because you knew there was more out there for you, if that makes sense. So whether that was a relationship or a job, you were headed for your happiness. You're headed for something bigger here, like a bigger legacy. So like if what you were doing, you were successful, abundant, and all these things, there's something about it where you just knew it wasn't the only thing you had to accomplish, right? With the Sun, we have the 4 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. So I definitely feel like there's a strong abundance message here, really wanting to lock down your giant piece of the pie, right? Also, it may have been difficult to walk away from the situation that you've been in because there was security. There was security there. There was like long-term, it was like a long-term guarantee. We're getting a lot of Taurus here, so you may have been in a longer term situation with a Taurus in the past, and that may have come to an end here. With that 8 of Cups, you may have decided to walk away from that longer term relationship, or vice versa. They may have walked away from you. Take it as it resonates. And you're kind of going for something bigger here, something, I just want to say that like, it's like you had a lot and it was still like, you knew there was more to do. With it being a new moon in Aquarius showing up there, I do feel like you just feel like you have more to deliver to the overall collective here. If this is a love situation, I do feel like perhaps we had a Taurus or Libra, perhaps, walk away from a situation here, walk away from a long-term commitment. And it could be that one of you is still waiting to see if this is really the end. Like really, somebody here is really struggling to let go of what you two may have had. Because to them, it was their ultimate happiness. But somebody here felt like there was more to accomplish. Like there was a deeper love out there somewhere, or there was more growth somewhere else. It could be that the relationship itself kind of stagnated, like it wasn't going to go any higher. It's like it hit a ceiling, and somebody walked away because it hit that ceiling. So I feel like for the earth signs this week so far, I'm getting a lot of stories come through, so bear with me. During the week of the 6th, we have that eternal flame, ancestral legacy. So definitely some seeking to fulfill some sort of destiny here. We have the Knight of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. Could very well be that someone, maybe even in the workplace, is coming forward to wanting to be with you. This could be twin flame union here. I'm also seeing that this could be someone that wants to build a new foundation with you and perhaps eventually turn it into a solid home, loving environment. Definitely some work towards a manifestation of some kind here, whether that is work or love. So let's see. Why do we have... Let me actually reshuffle these before we clarify here. Now, if you are on a twin flame journey, I feel like perhaps the feminine here has walked away from a longer term relationship in order to come into union with their masculine. So that could be the case for some of you. Alright, Knight of Cups. We have the Six of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. Again, kind of tending to that sacred flame, that sacred purpose, you know, wanting to put your heart and soul into developing this. There could be some learning involved, and you know, maybe you're coming into a situation with a lot of knowledge, but there's like additional learning that you have to go through. This could be like even just some short education classes, webinars. It could be that you find that you have to go back to school for the long haul, like a big endeavor here. So like a teacher deciding they want to become a doctor is obviously going to go back to school for a long time, right? So take that as it resonates, but I do feel like there's something about this endeavor that allows for some more balance in your life. I do feel like it's something you're going to try and put a lot of your attention into, and perhaps walking away from something in the past is going to allow you to kind of refocus. But also, I feel like, you know how like you can be in a work position and it takes up a lot of your time and energy, right? But it's also something you just hate doing. And so what I mean by balance is not that it's not going to take up a lot of your time. It's more like you have to put a lot of time and energy into it, but you love doing it. And so, like, there's more satisfaction involved as well. So in that way, it strikes a balance in your life, if that makes sense. With the Three of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Swords. Definitely could have some communication coming in from an air sign here. And look at that, the Lovers. I do feel like perhaps there's some communication coming in from a counterpart here, wanting to work together, build together. Could even be that the two of you are attempting to fulfill your mission work together. I'm saying that specific to a twin flame journey here. With the Four of Wands, we have the Three of Swords and the Four of Wands. I'm going to get one more there. Why the Three of Swords? Seven of Swords. So I do feel like if this is a twin flame union, there was a lot of heartbreak associated with this person in the past. Could have been certainly a runner-chaser dynamic that was going on. Like, I feel like this reading is for the chaser, and that there's potential union taking place with the current runner in the situation. If that makes sense, take it. If it doesn't, leave it. So that's coming in. Could be a Gemini with the Lovers showing up there. Doesn't have to be. But I do feel like whoever this is has some heavier air in their chart. We've got that King of Swords, Knight of Swords, Seven of Swords, Three of Swords. They're very mental. Whereas you might be coming from a more grounded or emotional standpoint. In the future position, we have the Druid. It says hold the space. So I feel like if this is dealing with a union of some kind, when it comes to twin flames, I feel like there's going to need to be a lot of healing that the two of you do together as you come back together. So like, the journey doesn't end when we come into union, right? There's still more work to be done in order to fully come together in a very healthy, open manner. For others of you looking at career or just love in general, there's a lot of communication coming in here, and I feel like there could even be a little bit of competition showing up. So if you're dealing with, like, if you're still dealing with a past person, that person that just wasn't ready to let go of you, that could be kind of coming up as new suitors come in. And in a career aspect, I do feel like there's a lot of communication going on here. And I feel like I want to say, from a career standpoint, be careful of burnout. Like, I can see that you're like really excited to get going on whatever this new endeavor is. But it could be that you need to spend some time, make sure you're taking some time to have silence. Cut out a piece of your day, at least once a day, to kind of just go to a park, have a seat, have some silence, sit in nature, to kind of help avoid burnout. I feel like this is a really stimulating energy here, and so if you tend to be somewhat sensitive to overstimulation, keep that in mind, because I do feel like that I'm really noticing that this man on the Five of Swords looks like he hasn't slept in 3 weeks. So make sure you're taking some time to really have some recovery. Like, it's not going anywhere, right? With the Knight of Wands, we have the Queen of Wands and the Sun. So some serious Leo showing up here again. This could be the person that has not been willing to release you completely from the past with that Leo, the Sun energy in the past. I also feel like it's just a lot of fire energy, a lot of inspiration. Like you're like, go, go, go. You've got all this energy to put in the time and work on whatever creative project you're working on, whatever work, study type thing that might be going on for you. It could also be like a ton of passion if we're talking about love or a twin flame union here. So make sure you're, like, again, make sure you're taking some breaks. Like, let's not work ourselves into the ground here in any way. With the Page of Pentacles, we have the World and the King of Wands. So we have the King and Queen of Wands here. I do feel like if we're talking about a twin flame situation in this respect, I feel like the masculine here has closed out a cycle and is coming forward with some genuine energy here, ready to nurture the situation. There's been growth. It's, but I'm talking passion here. I like a lot of it. If we're just talking about work or any sort of other love situation, I do feel like perhaps you're really putting your foot down on the past and really closing that out. And it could even be in a very loving and healing way. Like, I don't feel like it's aggressive or angry. It could be that you're just like, this is over. And maybe you even talk about what needs talked about in order to have closure, and so that other person also receives closure. And I feel like that's that holding the space, right? I feel like you are specifically doing that for this past person so that they can get the closure that they need, as well as you, of course, right? The Five of Swords, we have the Four of Cups and the Ten of Cups. So to me, what that feels like, again, I feel like you're really chasing after something really positive here that has a lot of growth potential. But pay attention to your body is what I want to say. Pay attention to your own needs here. Like, make sure you don't completely lose yourself in a love situation or in a work situation here, because I feel like it could be it's so like stimulating, I feel like, that it could be easy not to notice that you're starting to wear down. So regardless of your situation, in the next couple of weeks, we've got this big spike in energy here for you, Virgo, and I feel like you're going to have to be mindful of your energy levels, your sleep. And I also feel like if you're closing out an old relationship, I feel like you don't want there to be conflict. You want there to be a nice close to that relationship. You want that person to feel like you still have love for them. It's just not, it's just over, if that makes sense. So, I feel like if you haven't yet had that kind of a conversation with an old relationship, I do feel like that's coming in here. There's going to be a lot of communication. And I don't feel like this person wants drama either. I just feel like they're perhaps holding on to you because of the security of it. And, you know, I do feel like there's love there for both of you. But I feel like you're moving in a different direction now, and I feel like there could be a very healing conversation here. Again, holding that space for whatever they need to express so that they can achieve a nice quiet door shutting rather than like it slamming shut, if that makes sense. So, holy cow, talk about some energy there. It could be that the Aquarius is the one that is heartbroken here. If you're dealing with an air sign. But again, I feel like that's showing up again here. So if we're dealing with a twin flame union, I feel like if you're dealing with a runner, I feel like they're coming back in ready to come together and heal together and, you know, tackle that purpose that the two of you have as a couple. So, all right, Virgo, I will see you in the next reading. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for being here. Bye.